All right, I guess I might as well explain kind of what we're doing. So we're out here. Total, I own at our house, we own like an acre, 1.6 acres. My estimation is that probably half of that is our yard, driveway, house. The other half is this wooded lot. Well, I guess more specifically, the other probably third of the total property is this wooded acreage, and then behind that we have like some marshy areas, swampy. It's pretty wet. On this high spot here we have a bunch of spruce trees. It's a spruce grow. They're currently there's some that are about 50 years old, but most of them are pretty close to about 20 years. And unfortunately here in south central Alaska we have a lot of spruce trees that are dying. The spruce bark beetle is killing most of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to harvest them and we're going to turn them into a log cabin. Behind us right now, I got several logs that we're peeling. We're using just a good old-fashioned draw knife. And we're mostly, so far I've cut everything down with just hand tools, an axe, saw, hand saw. And I think we're going to continue with that trend. That was the point.
Like one fell right here.
Yep.
Did you chop the tree a little?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
All right, so now that we got less wind, I can maybe explain kind of how we're doing this. When I was growing up, my dad would make log furniture out of cedars, and the way that we always did the draw knife was beveled down, and I'm pushing against it, and it was always pulling, but I'm just doing that to get this edge. And we would do it like this, beveled down, and we would use that bevel to kind of control our depth. What I have found while doing this is that having the bevel up, I feel like I have a little bit more control. So I've been doing bevel up and using it as a knife essentially, and cutting this off. This is a little higher than is comfortable for me. So generally I straddle the log, but since it's a little too high, I'm gonna come over here and just stand next to it. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, a more efficient way. I don't know it though. I'm not a expert in any way. Have absolutely zero training. Never had somebody do this in front of me. What I've done is watched some videos, read some books, and mostly just winging it. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these logs. I'm shooting between 18 and 15 feet. I think what that'll allow me to have is about 16-foot walls on one side and 12 the other way. If I have to drop it down to where my actual inside diameter is 15 by 10, I can do that. And then we can go down from there. Hopefully we don't have to because it's already getting pretty small. I'm gonna measure it out now. Cut these at, this one at least, this one at 18 feet. And I should be able to get another 18 footer. And then this one, I might have to do some double checking. It might only be a 15-foot log on two of these. We don't want it to taper down too much. Some of these that I have are gonna be tapered down quite a bit from, about 5 inches on one side down to about 3.5. And it's not ideal, but we'll make it work. So yeah, we'll go from there. All right, and there's nothing too special about marking these. I'm just gonna pull the tape 18 feet.
For this session, I was gonna take breaks, so can you do this?
Whoop.
Yeah.
18 feet. All right, I'm just using a Japanese pull saw. I'm gonna order a nice one-person crosscut saw so that I can deal with these timbers a little bit better, but this right now is working just fine. It's sharp at least.
Dad, did you see what I just did? I just pulled out a tree.
So 10-foot log's gonna be right here. I think I could put it over a door maybe. 15 goes all the way back here, but it really starts to taper down, but I might as well. We'll just toss it over here. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that.
Got this one at 15 feet. That's gonna give me two 15-foot logs. So as I cut this log, it's starting to settle after I saw. Instead of it opening up like this, it's going the opposite way where it's starting to close. And when it closes like that, it'll pinch the blade and make it where you can't do it. So easy fix is I just get a log underneath this that puts the pressure where it's lifting up on the log that I'm sawing, and it gives the ability for the other one to fall. All right, this is a very extreme example of it opening. But as I cut it, it'll continue to open, not pinching my saw. On that side, it'll start settling until eventually it's laying on the log. These bigger ones, though, peel much easier. There's less knots to deal with. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but what I found that works really well is that I'm almost doing like, well, I'm not almost, I am doing a cutting motion. While I peel, I'm cutting it at the same time. Basically shaving the bark away. Does two things. Gives me a long, nice, clean cut, but it also makes it tremendously easier because I'm letting the tool do the work.
Stop! Help me!
all right, I think I'm gonna call it for the night. We got a bunch of trees cut down, we got some peeled, we got a lot of tools to pick up, and it's already almost 8 o'clock in the evening. So this is something that we're filming in real time. So if you like this and you want to follow it, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to put out videos as I do them. So there might be several videos in a row, could be a few days, week or two, depending on kind of what's going on, but we'll get them done as quickly as we possibly can. And we're racing the snow, so that's a big thing right now. And mosquitoes are back. I don't know, we hadn't had mosquitoes in a while.